Hello, my silky friends. How are you doing? I hope wherever you are warm and safe because it is dreary here. It was supposed to snow. We got a little bit of a dusting. It was like just annoying. Um, I'm over. I'm over winter, y'all. And I don't know what is wrong. I have a new camera and I think Evie Muck's updated and I had to start a whole new stream. Don't have a thumbnail, don't have anything, y'all. And for some reason, I can't see. I might have to pull out my glasses. Let me see. So I can say hello to you because it's not letting me make this bigger. Yeah, I can't see a thing. I don't know what's wrong. So if I go in and out of focus, that's what it is. Streets of Bakersfield. Hello, hello. Um, Artist, hello. How are you doing? Buckeye, good to see ya. Um, and I see y'all lurking in there, so y'all say hi. Fregaria, hello. Good to see you. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of everything today. We're gonna have some Delphi. I'm gonna be going through my Twitter and just wanted to let you know that I may do some more live streams this week, but in general, just as a FYI, I've decided to take a big step back. Um, and spend more time with friends and family. Cause y'all, have you ever just realized it just like I had this aha moment in the last couple of weeks. Like I have great friends. I have a great family. And I think I need to spend more time with them. So I'll be doing more videos than lives, probably. Probably be doing some more traveling. Um, and hopefully maybe I'll take you along with me. Just want to do some fun stuff. Hello, Rose Adams. Good to see you. Angel Orient. I'm trying to look, my mouse is going nuts. It's been a crazy production this morning. Um, I tried to start a stream, don't even have a thumbnail. Hey Samantha. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's up, but it wouldn't let me go live from where I usually do. It's insane. But that's okay. We're going to find some disturbing news. I've got so much disturbing news and as y'all know, I'm going to be uploading more videos to Rumble. Not that I get anything out of it except to express my horror at things going on that I think people need to be aware of. And y'all in the chat, you're so brilliant. Most of you probably already know a lot of this stuff, but I can't talk about it always on here. Fregaria, Delphi case makes me so mad still. Yeah, okay, raise your hand. Okay, let me just take a poll. Raise your hand if you are shocked that Judge Gold denied the motion. Do we have any hands raised? I thought it was a brilliant motion. I was, I think all of us were surprised and shocked at some of the news that came out. And we'll look at some of that, but I'm not going to go into depth. A lot of other creators have, and they've done a great job. Um, I look, I thought it was great. And I think what the defense is doing is they're getting their information out. But do y'all really think that Goal is gonna actually have a hearing on some of this? No, no. I think it's all just stuff for the appellate court, which, I wish we had known this a long time ago, don't you? But anyway, yeah, insanity. Insanity. I knew. I already knew what was going to happen, y'all. Um, and yes, am I mad at Delphi? Will I still talking about Delphi even though I have y'all, I can't even explain to you the pushback I've gotten and the horrors that continue when I talk about Delphi. But let me just tell you, I'm not going to stop. Why am I not going to stop? First, I think Richard Allen is innocent, and secondly, because it is due process and it affects all of us. All of us. I don't want to be in that situation. Rose says Even though no surprise when that denial comes in, I see that anger. I do, you know what? I have to say, Rose, I do the same thing. I get all excited about emotion and more information and stuff, and then when she denies it, and I know she's going to deny it, but I'm the same way, just seething inside. We're seethers. Um, Good morning, Sarah. Good to see you. Um, all right, but let's look at and look. I now have the paid version of X because I have so many folders. I love the folders thing. Plus, I'm verified. But that's the stuff I will be talking about on Rumble. And so, if you see something that I pass over that looks very interesting, it's going to be talked about, but just not here. Okay. So let me go to. Let me see if I can make this bigger for you. And actually, I don't see Lowlight in chat. I don't know what he's doing. He made a very interesting post. I reposted it. It's before this one. Um, I don't know. I want to ask him some questions about that. Because I really don't. I don't know what he's talking about, but I want to know what he's talking about. Okay, but this one is from Woman, and she's in the chat a lot. Follow her on X as well. Okay, so remember uh we saw all the leaked information from the prosecution, right? Oh my god. And the comments in that last motion were just perfection. Perfection from the defense. But not going into all that. Let me see if I can make this bigger for you. Let me fit it back into here. All right. Because and she has a very, very good point here with this. Hold on while I adjust. Okay, they said this was Libby's iPhone in rose gold. Let me see if I can pull just one picture of that. There we go. Can y'all see that? Yeah. As you see, and I wasn't back in 2017. I was still an Android person. I didn't go Apple until 2019. But that phone right there, but my kids have always been iPhone users from the time before it was even a phone. What was it called? An iPod. And it was kind of an iPod. Is that what it was? I don't know. Whatever it was that didn't have a phone. They had that, and I found it fascinating, but I was never an iPhone fan until 2019. And but I'm very, very familiar with iPhones in general through all the years. They all had iPhones from the very beginning. And this, to me, if you will look at the edges here, I mean, it's hard to tell, covered in leaves. I see what she's saying, though. There is a screen, looks like there's a screen protector on it, maybe. But then you go over here. This is what the iPhone 6S looked like in rose gold. And as you can clearly see, it has white all around it. I've had iPhones that are like this. I've always wanted one in rose gold, and they've always been out, so I've never had one. But my daughter did, friends of mine did, and they also had other iPhones that have this whole white around there. Remember when there was a button there and all that kind of stuff? So, do I think that iPhone in rose gold 6S looks like that one? I mean, it does have a case on it. I don't know. There's a little spot here. I don't know if that's a reflection or if that's white. It does, honestly, to me, because the 6S's, I believe back in those days, iPhones were a little fatter. They were heavier and fatter. I mean, even now, which let me go back where you can see. Or where I can see. I have an iPhone. Now, my case is a little bigger because I like to drop my iPhones all the time. So I have to have a good protective case. But mine is black. Now, mine is black on the front right now. I'm not going to show you my phone. But it's black all over. It doesn't have that big white border. Okay, it just doesn't. Not like the 6S, which was in 2017. But as you can see, they're fatter. They are just fatter. They're heavier, which can be annoying sometimes. But I don't know. I think she has a good point. I don't know if that's an iPhone in there, but it to me, just looking at it, if I were to guess from 2017, I would say Android. What do y'all think? Hey, misbehaved. Oh, let me go back through here. I'm missing y'all. Ninja Warrior, good to see ya. Misbehaved, good to see you as well. You've put out some great video. You know what? I actually went back to one of your videos 2 years ago and really sparked something in my head, which we may talk about. I talked about it a little bit um on another live. Yeah, Ninja Warrior. Why is it covered in leaves? I thought it was in the shoe. Yeah, so did I. I also thought they were wearing different clothes. I guess it just depends on the day, right? Cindy. Hey, yeah, I know. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Digital is lurking at work. I'm off for the next couple of days because I work this weekend. So I may be on here more. Definitely going to shoot some videos. Um, yes, Buckeye. Oh my gosh. Buckeye. I'm going to do a whole video about that. Okay. Again, sorry if my camera's autofocus. It's like it's supposed to be it is a better camera as far as color wise. It looks more real than my other one, but I can't get it to stop focusing. It drives me nuts. So I think it blurs everything. But yeah, I actually have a story. Um, that's so crazy that you said that because I went to his channel and looked at that, and then I went to TikTok to follow up with more stuff. That is worth a whole video in itself. Um, I've had a lot of discomfort, let's just put it mildly, about Nashville ever since I was there so much. And that topic came up with a friend of mine this week. And so I may be making a trip to Nashville. I don't know when, probably in the spring when it's warm. I don't do cold. I'm just saying, having nothing to do with any cases that I've covered so far. Just she and I wanted to meet up, and it's a great time for me to do some of the stuff I did not go and do when I was there before. Oh wait, okay, let's see. Samantha. I just wonder if there's a legitimate chain of custody with that actual phone at the crime scene and proper documentation, like with the bullet casing. Well, here's the thing, Samantha. If there wasn't, they'll make it up. Come on. I mean, do we? I honestly, I don't believe anything they say. This is allegedly. I had a little ticker that was supposed to go on the bottom of this, but when I had to restart my stream, I had to take that off. Um, Let's see. Oh, Rose says I live near Nashville. Cool. Um, as y'all know, I spent quite a while, I mean, quite many hours up there last spring. And there are a lot of things that are very unsettling. So, yes, probably in the next day or two, watch for a video on that. And Buckeye, I am going to cite Bad Brad. It's so funny because I had a conversation with a friend. Y'all know how your phones are spying on you, right? She called me. She called me a few days ago, and we don't talk to each other a whole lot because when we do, we talk for hours. And she was saying, "Hey, let's get together," because she lives several states away. And I was like, "Yeah, I'd really like to do that." And she said, "How far are you from Nashville?" And I'm like, only like 3 hours. And she says, "Oh, no, that's too far." I'm like, "Darling, my car can find its own way to Nashville. I've been there so many times." Okay. So that is not a bad drive for me. And so we were talking about just getting together, hanging out, just girls having a not a good time like that. But she said that someone that she was bringing wanted to go down on Broadway and visit some of the, places. And neither she, my friend, nor I drink. So, I'm like, oh, whatever. And I said, it's extremely dangerous down there. And I'm not opposed to going, and I probably will. But it was funny because we had this conversation, and Buckeye, I swear, within a few hours, that video of Bad Brad came up on my recommended videos on YouTube. And I'm like, nothing about Nashville has come up in forever because I haven't searched it, right? Like, that's kind of creepy. And yeah, that is extremely disturbing, uh, along with some other people I've talked to. So there you go. Um, okay, let's see. Buckeye, I keep thinking this Riley Strain thing is not finished. Almost at the year anniversary of whatever happened. I agree. I agree. Can't prove it. That's one of the things that have really bothered me all year long. I don't believe that the whole truth has come out about Riley, and I don't know if it ever will, but it bothers me. It's not like, okay, this is a tragic accident. Let's, grieve, let's remember him and let's go on. It's not like that for me. I have very, very strong emotions about that case. And I'm not settled. I'm just not settled with it. Okay. So I agree. Um, Another reason I would probably meet my friend in Nashville. October skies. Hello, hello. Emerald Wonderland. I had that exact phone color combo once upon a time. Okay. I love that one. Next time I upgrade, I'm going to try to get one. The thing about the iPhone is October 2017, Becky went to a judge to get the estate rights to Libby's phone info and Apple ID. It was granted, so while in evidence, got rights to it. Ah, good point. Was it you misbehaved? I couldn't remember if it was you or TCD. One of y'all published a video, and it's been a couple of years ago, that had the copy of the requests that both Becky Patty did and Anna Williams did for Libby and Abby's phones. One was Google and one was iPhone. And so it's like, yeah. So why did that? Yeah. That's a whole can of worms, y'all. The truth in Delphi is so far from coming out. I mean, well, let me say this, the details. I think we are getting closer. I think we're getting closer, but the details, there's still a lot. There's a lot we don't know. And some things will look at on here. Sunflower Soul, hello, hello. Buckeye says one of Bad Brad's commenters said a girl he knew was, I don't know if I can say that, in Nashville the same night. Oh, the same night Riley disappeared. Well, that's not surprising. While trying to think when it was after they had already found Riley, I believe. There was one day that CJ and I were at the bridge, and there was a young guy, and I remembered him because there was something about his eyes that remind me of a family member, okay? And so I was really paying attention to what he was saying, and he was saying, a very nice looking guy, kid. He's like, I don't know if he said he was 18, 21. I guess he was 21, or at least somewhere around there. And the same thing, and an almost abduction, okay? And this guy was just a random person that came up, saw us filming, and started telling his story. We heard a lot of stories like that. And I've heard a lot of stories from people on the down low in the background that I haven't shared, that of people, you know, basically saying the same thing, that something is going on in Nashville. And Bad Brad is wanting to really kind of start a movement as far as, making people aware. And so if y'all, I don't have the link to that video offhand, but if you do, Buckeye, put it in the comments. Um, but it's really it's a high trafficking area, which I've known for a very, very long time. But yeah, I could get behind some kind of advocacy for that, because y'all, a lot of people visit Nashville. Now, I'm not into country music. Um I haven't been since I was in high school, and that was a long time ago. And but anyway, yeah, it's a very interesting atmosphere. We walked up and down those streets so many times, and very interesting. But it's not necessarily some place I would go. I have no real interest in it, but a lot of people do, and that's the problem. A lot of people disappear, and you don't know. Okay, it's kind of on the hush hush. A lot of people are also talking about being incapacitated by substances. Again, I'm gonna do a whole video on that one because that one really gets me. Um, okay, Digital says too many people watching for Bad Friend to deny this last one without a hearing. It's about to hit the fan. You know what? I hope so, but I don't think so. Hey, Pam Frenchman, good to see you. Good to see you. I think I've missed you lately. Hope you've been okay. Um, yeah, a good frozen morning. It's gonna be. It's not as bad here now. Tomorrow's gonna be our frozen day. So, I dread it. I hate the cold. I hate it. Actually, thinking, could I sell everything I own and move to Key West? Because I'd like to be as far down to the equator as I could be. Um, let's see. What kind of music do I like? Hello, Ruth. Um, I like I like a whole lot. Like there's tons of stuff I like. Um, I couldn't put it in one, let me just say meaningful songs. Does that, and it doesn't matter what genre it is. There's a few songs, country songs I like. I love Chris Stapleton's Tennessee Whiskey, incredible voice. That's one of the few country songs I do like. Um, I like rock. I like pop. I love classical. Strangely enough, I do. Um, I like some really hard rock. Some songs that have a little bit of screaming in them. Sometimes I'm in that mood. Like just about anything, but I'm not a country fan. That's probably I listen to a lot of contemporary Christian as well. So it's just all over the place. Um Oh my gosh, you have no water. I'm sorry, Pam. All right, let's go back. I really am. I hope that is not me later this week. Let's go back. Let me go back to X because we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. I've missed y'all. Can't talk about that here. Um, yeah. And then of course Sleuthy had posted this as well. Love Sleuthy. Um, Yeah. Are we surprised? No. No. If you all didn't know, I just wanted to catch you up. There were reports that Ricky Davis was in, I can't say that word. He was in kind of protective custody for threat of harm against himself. But, so we were really concerned because you know what happens when you tell any kind of truth about Delphi and they don't like it. But so Jenna DeBlanc did make sure you're seeing this. Yeah. She did update us and said that he asked Mr. Baldwin to have him moved to PC because he was in the same unit as Kagan Klein. Andy Baldwin made it happen. He isn't currently in segregation, but it was his own request. So I want to tell y'all, I don't know if they have any idea what we the people would do if a hair on Richard Allen's head or Ricky Davis's head is harmed. I mean, I think we would all go full out nuclear. I hope they understand that, because we definitely would. I know I would, but I go nuclear a lot, so y'all just don't see it. That only happens at work. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know. Let's see. I'm not sure what I can talk about with this. This is where they first said he was under that watch, and this is on the 17th, so just so you know. All right, let's go back and talk about, I hope I don't get in trouble for this. This is for entertainment purposes only, and I am just reading the people's voice. I have a lot to say about this, but not today. I don't know if you remember, but this is the headline from the People's Voice community. Although, let me tell you, this is a headline in so many places. If you don't like the People's Voice, there's a lot more. I've got a lot more in my folder about this. But according to this report, Florida moves to outlaw chemtrails as Bill SB 56 clears first legislative hurdle. Okay. If you don't know, let me go back to where I can see y'all. If y'all don't know what a chemtrail is, I assume most of you do, and it's been a conspiracy theory for, oh my gosh, I don't know. I think I first heard about it in 2011 and started researching it, and man, I started telling people, and honestly, they're looking at you like you've got three heads talking at once, like you lunatic. Um, but I don't just buy into everything. I've got to see some kind of evidence. Now, let me ask y'all. Let me get off here for just a second. Let me ask y'all, older people, because I'm older. When you were a kid, and I know this because my dad was big into aviation and to, eh, the building of airplanes and all. Look, every holiday was spent in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, every summer vacation until I could leave home, okay? Because we were always at the international fly-in. And it was quite interesting. So, I mean, uh, just based on his interests and everything else, I got very used to seeing planes in the sky. As a matter of fact, I've ridden with some aerobatic champions. I've wing walked. I think I've told you before. Like, this was in my much younger days, but yeah, I've been up there doing all the crazy stuff they do with some of the best pilots in the world. And so because my dad knew people, okay, that's how I got to do that. My dad knew people, and but just getting used to the regular smoke that comes out of an airplane, even a jet. I mean, as a kid, back then, there were 3 stations on the TV, and then, and I was a little bit older, I mean, when I was real little, you had the 3 stations, and then you got a few more, then you got cable. They didn't even put cable where I lived. I lived so remote. So, it wasn't until I was probably in sometime in high school before they brought cable out to our area. I did a lot of sky watching, is the point. And in the sky watching, it was always interesting to me to see how far the plume, you know, would come off a jet. I would look at it in the sky and you could watch it and see how it dissipated. But here's the point, y'all, it always dissipated. You didn't have long streaks in the sky and then your sky turned from sunny to some kind of mess. All right. So I think you're going to be learning a lot more about this. And I do have a lot to say about it. But if you have not notice changes in the skies. Either you don't spend enough time outside or you're not old enough to know what the sky used to look like. I'm just saying that. All right, let me see what you're saying. Hello, Rebecca Ann. Good to see you. Robin, hello. Let's see. I don't know who that is. But yeah. So I will be talking a lot about chemtrails and the different documented, absolutely. To me, let me just tell you, I feel vindicated because for so many years people laughed at me, and I'm like, look, I'm telling you, I've even told my kids, when mommy was a little girl, the sky didn't look like this. It's crazy. You're a sky watcher also. Yeah. Like, look, love nature. I love nature and I love to look at the sky. I wish I saw it more often, but maybe we will. All right, let me go back to some other things. So that is definitely something I've got saved for Rumble. All right. And something else. Like, okay. I heard this for years. You're a conspiracy theorist. No, I am a realist. And so this was my point on this. All right. And again, if you think this is full of crap, I can give you receipt after receipt after receipt of where people are actually talking about this and proving this. But my comment is they don't have to have your permission to poison you. Now, I did do a video over on Rumble about the fog, right? And I wasn't sure uh what I can. There are some things I really don't know until I get in trouble. Like you can't talk about this. So I did it over on Rumble, um, and about how the the bacteria, okay? And there goes into some legal things, and I'll show you exactly that this is a true statement. They do not have to have your permission. Talking about the government, they do not have to have your permission to poison you. And there is actually that's in writing, okay? That's all I'm going to say. So and with that, you may have heard the term cloud seeding, where they can cause rain and stuff like that. So again, we'll see how much is in here. Now, I do have to say this is for entertainment purposes only, right? And all opinions are mine. Everyone is this is allegedly. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. The rest of it is for entertainment purposes, right? Okay. Um let's see. Now this one, back to Delphi. Talking about Klein and Logan and that whole thing. I want to pull this up because now I just didn't realize this. All right. Make sure you can see this. This is, I'm assuming this is, let me see if I can make it bigger. I'm assuming this is, nope, it ain't getting any bigger. Dadgummit. Between, it says August 19th, 2020, interrogation of Kagan Klein. And it says DC, I don't know, DC. I don't know. Who is that? I mean, I want to say Doug, but I don't know if he's the one that was interviewing. But is the questions and the answers. Now in here, and if you want to see this whole thing bigger, you can, I reposted it on X. But basically, you go on down here and it says the question is, when you're searching nonstop about the Delphi investigation, when you're supposed to be on a vacation, because remember, Kagan went to Vegas, when you're still actually sending Snapchats to Liberty when you know she is deceased. He says, I don't ever remember doing that. And they're saying, well, you did. That's a fact. And he was saying that his answer was, a lot of times he did group chats, and so she may have been on there, but I did not know. And have y'all ever uh heard of that? I mean, maybe it's just something that went under the radar. Uh there we go. There's some of it. Did it just go under the radar for me that she was still getting snaps? But see, here you go. That's where it says it. So tell me, is that new to y'all? Because it was new to me. I didn't realize that. Um, Pam says, back to the chemtrails. I know when someone special is in town because the Air Force cover the sky. Yeah. Yeah. Kernoodles. Hello. Kelsey was catfishing Klein. Libby was already deceased by then. I can also prove that. Look, that would not surprise me. And I'll just tell you, oh my goodness, do I want to be swatted again? Because let's see, I feel like there are um very disturbing comments that have been made that, especially in the beginning, and I don't know, you're in trauma, um but some of the reactions from certain people, key figures in this, do not sit well with me. Okay? And I don't know. Okay? Mm. Let me stay on target. Very interesting Kernoodles, though. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it at all. Um, Not other than Kelsey saying she messaged back and forth with him the night they were missing. Yes, Emerald. She did. And I mean, you can kind of see, I mean, I can honestly kind of see that if you're trying to get information, you know, this is the last person that I just think there's more to that story. Also, if you remember, and I don't know, it might be on Misbehaved's channel. Somebody somewhere, and I have never been able to find this video again. But I did indeed watch the video, and unfortunately, I did not record it. But it was an interview with Becky Patty where she said that the girls were meeting someone, a friend that she did not know. They were meeting a friend, and I guess she probably assumed another girl their age, whatever. I'm assuming that she thought it was, uh, you know, no big deal, right? I mean, I don't if my daughter and a friend of hers went out and said, "Hey, they're meeting up with somebody that I didn't know," well, there's a lot of people I don't know. I do know where she's at and who she's with, but do I know everybody? No. So I mean, I'm not attacking the family at all for that, but there was an interview where Becky did say that. Um, Never seen it since. I wish I had. I honestly wish I had recorded that. And I don't know. Oh, misbehaved. Yeah, I did. Okay, is that yes, please. Please do. Please do. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's something else. Okay. Silky, that's a bogus leak interview spread by the murder sheet. They are not. Oh, I agree. They are not reliable. Yeah. So, was he, I mean, like, look, I don't, if it were in a group text, I don't necessarily think that that's out of the question. You know how these players, these guys, they they send the same message to the same people, like they have a group of people and they send the same message out because they're players. Um and everybody thinks it's a single until they get busted. Um, but could it have been that he sent a lot of snaps out to people in a group? And I mean, that is possible. I find it a little bit disturbing, but there's a lot about Kagan I find disturbing. So, there you go. But no, I don't believe anything that MS says at all. Um, Kernoodles. Hold on, let me pull this up. Mind blowing stuff. 3-time Indiana TV networks are currently sitting on the evidence that blows this case apart. The FBI were given the same information yesterday. Uh, Look, I know a lot of you have said, as I have, I will never get this deeply emotionally involved in a case. This is my one and only, y'all. I will cover other cases. I will help investigate other cases, but to be emotionally involved, I can't. I can't do this again. Delphi has turned me inside out. Um, and there's a high price that a lot of us pay for that. And you can trust no one. No one. And I don't. Okay? I just don't. I'll tell you. I don't. I've always said it. I don't trust anybody. Nobody. Um, I hope that people are honest and they say, what they, but I don't know that. And if you're in the Delphi community, you should know that. If you're a creator in the Delphi community, watch your back. Always, always watch your back. Okay. Let's see. Artist. I have believed for a very long time that those girls did not go missing on the 13th. I absolutely believe now. If you set everything back to 24 to 36 hours, things make a lot more sense. Yeah, as we have said many, many times, Liberty was not on social media. They say. I mean, I didn't follow her every day back then. So, I mean, I didn't know. I don't know. But many, many people have said that Liberty was offline for like 3 days prior. And that is like, look, unless your phone is broken, and you have no access anyway, anyhow, which we know she did, you are not off social media. You are on it almost 24/7, right? It's insane the amount of time that teenagers are on social media. Heck, I'm on it a lot too. I mean, just because you've got your smartphone. So if she wasn't, I'm saying something's really wrong. So I think that lends credibility to that theory. I have entertained that theory a lot, artist. I don't know. I can't prove it. I have definitely entertained that theory. Okay, let me go back to, let's see. Judge Jessica. The defense team seeks letters and a video interview of a man who offered exculpatory information. The state intentionally withheld those items from the defense. I assume that she's talking about Ricky Davis. The state also tried withholding the Click letter, but Mr. Click saw their dishonesty and contacted the defense himself. I wish that Ricky Davis had done that. I mean, but I understand. You're afraid. You don't know who to trust. So, I can't show that. Let's see. And we did talk about this on my last live, all of the stuff, but you'll see on here lost videos. Because they're saying they said what, the first 70 days? So that's February, March, April. Okay, so I can see. But then if it goes and between April 28th, 2017 and June, that's more than 70 days. That's a lot more than 70 days. So that's uncatalogued interviews, okay? Attempts to recover. So these are the videos. That's the timeline. Attempts to recover the lost interviews include purchasing some type of equipment from China to assist in recovering them. And of course, I don't know what was and what wasn't. We know 70 days was lost, but it makes me wonder why why did it extend to June 30th? Okay, so something ain't right. That is more than 70 days. I am not a math genius, but I know February 28th to June 30th is more than 70 days. Okay, just throwing that out there. Um, let's see. Again, you know, uh, the defense team confirmed that 40 caliber casings collected by IMPD officers were in evidence along with other bullet casings. What? So it wasn't just a lone bullet out there? What? Other bullet casings, as the area was regularly used for shooting. Of course. Of course. Sure, there was all kind of stuff out there. I don't know. This says, and some were collected as late as 2 weeks after the 14th. So that would be the end of the month. Um, anyway, yeah, so that was going back there. Can't talk about that. Can we talk about something funny? I know we're talking serious, but this is disturbing news. And I want to tell you something. This was disturbing to me. But let me see what you're saying. Let's see. I don't want to miss anything. Kernoodles, who are you talking to about an email? Are you talking to somebody else or are you talking to me? Because I've got one on my about page. I have an email up there. It's silkyandSouthern@gmail, but it's up there. And I don't know if you were talking to me or somebody else. Oh yes, I said this the other day. Fair maiden wins. If autopsies didn't indicate banana pancakes in digestive tract, then you have the patties explaining. Some explaining to do. I have not seen. Have you seen the autopsy? Because I haven't. Not one time have I seen anything. I would love to go over the autopsy with a fine tooth comb. Man, somebody could produce that. That would be awesome. But I said that the other day. Uh, neither the defense nor the prosecution mentioned banana pancakes in the trial. So as far as I know, as far as anybody reported, not that any of us got to see it, but that's another story. Um yeah, Sunflower Soul. Remember Holman's reaction to finding out they had Click's report? I can only imagine what he would say to Ricky right now. Yeah. Yeah. Uh Christy, ooh. Ooh. Hey, Kernoodles, do you have any kind of report from that autopsy? Because I would love to see it, even if it was just a summary. I would love to read the details, and that's not from a. I don't know what you think, but because I'm medical, I understand a lot about what they mean. Okay, plus all of the many autopsy reports I've read on other people's cases. Um, yeah, I would find it extremely interesting. Y'all probably wouldn't see me for a week while I was just absorbing it. Um, okay, but you said autopsy said LG had a traumatic brain injury. That's very important. Important. Cutting was done post mortem. If that is true, yes. Yes. Because that changes the method and the why and the when. Because if somebody is incapacitated because of a hit, you're going to have to drag them somewhere, right? So when that happened and where, was it blunt force? Was it, I don't know. Was it from a fall? There's a lot of questions I have about that. Interesting. So Streets of Bakerfield said you didn't find, yeah, I didn't either. As a matter of fact, I thought that I had heard maybe Andrea Burkhart say that specifically that was not brought up. Or is this just from the trial? Like, is this from Kernoodles, what they said in trial? Because I was trying to catch up with different people and that were in the courtroom, but I don't remember that specifically. Maybe I don't know. Because I was working evenings back then and I had to watch everything on the replay. Okay, so Samantha says, I heard head trauma to the back base of the brain. Well, wouldn't you think if that's true, it would have been to stop somebody from going somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Because if the actual incision, we'll say that lightly, was the major cause of death, then you would think that you would only have to go to the trauma measures of hitting someone to stop them from doing something, right? Hey, Don McKenzie, I just saw this. How are you doing? All right. I did want to mention this though. Okay, I've got this pulled up, y'all. Just so you know, does anybody have a Roomba? Because this was horrifying. All right. I don't know. Let me go back here and see if I can play some of it for you. All right. This is an actual, just taking a quick sidestep from Delphi. You should know. News you should know if you have
capabilities,
a Roomba. Okay?
And it shows Roomba is being charged with leaking intimate pictures of individuals in their own home. There are leaked pictures of a woman sitting on a toilet, and these pictures have been taken by Roomba vacuums. Robot maker iRobot confirmed that sensitive images leaked online were taken by its devices. It shows the capabilities and it shows the ability to leak this type of information. So if these units can take pictures of you sitting on the toilet,
and they can take video.
So clearly what this means is that anybody who owns a Roomba, your pictures are being stored somewhere on the cloud, and they have the ability to be leaked everywhere. Your children, you, it could be when you're in the toilet, it could be when you're taking a shower, it could be you in the bathroom, it could be anything that you consider sensitive and private information. iRobot, which is the maker of Roomba, is clearly violating privacy, and their infrastructure is clearly vulnerable to being leaked. Roomba is being charged with.
Have you ever heard that? Because I came across this article, like I had to repost it. I came across this video. I had heard horror stories of Roombas doing crazy stuff, but nothing like this, that it can take photos or video. And it's like, you already kind of wonder, like I do, like I don't change clothes in front of my TV because it's got the infrared button, right? Because a lot of people have said that is a two-way. Never change my clothes there. Like I don't know. I try to, I don't have my phone right there when I'm changing clothes either. I don't know. But the thought that your vacuum cleaner is literally taking pictures of you on the toilet or naked or whatever you're doing, I don't know. Some people like to dance naked. Not saying I haven't ever done it, but not in front of a room. I don't know. It's like, it was horrifying to me. And it also, I believe this post, let me go back and look at it. It says, okay, so not only did they take it, but then they leaked it. And the screenshot, see, yeah, it says a Roomba recorded a woman on the toilet. How did screenshots end up on Facebook? Y'all, I would die. I would just die. Like, I would definitely just go underground. I don't know. That would be the last you to ever hear of me. I could not imagine trying to live with pictures like that. And have you ever let's see, Sunflower Soul, I don't know if Andrea said red phone, but the prosecution said purple with Harry Potter. Um, yes, Rose. I mean, yeah, it's insane. The Roomba. Back to the Roomba story. Um, hey, low light. Hey, I made a comment on one of your posts. I want to know what the heck you're talking about on that post that you made on X about the geofencing. Like, we need to have a conversation. I need to know. But yeah, basically, if you didn't hear this video, low light, Roomba is busy taking pictures of you whilst you are cavorting around your house on the toilet, naked, whatever you're doing, and posting it to Facebook. I don't know. It's insane. It's insane. But I do not have a Roomba. I've considered getting one, but I only have one room that has carpet. The rest of it is hardwood or laminate wood. So I don't I sweep. And you know what? I'm really glad I sweep. The broom is not taking my picture. It's wouldn't y'all just die? I would look. My pictures ended up on Facebook because of a Roomba or anything. Oh my god. Um yeah. I know Sunflower Cell. I don't keep my Echo devices plugged in, but I never thought about my Roomba. I'm sure most people haven't. I used to have an Alexa. My daughter did, and it was horrifying. And this is like, I don't know, before I ever started YouTube. And mm-mm. Will I have anything like that in my house? No. No, no, no. Very convenient and very entertaining, but will I have it? No. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. No. Let's see. Um like, do they think people would need video proof that their floor is actually clean? How is that not illegal? That's what I want to know. How is it not illegal? Emerald Wonderland. Well, all I'm gonna say is Roomba probably owes me some photo and video credit. It makes you wonder what photos are out there. Like, I try to be, the one time, oh my God, I don't know where I put it. It might have been on my other channel. Maybe it was just on Facebook. Like, I had no idea. I had home cameras. Now, they weren't set up to a network, they were just to my phone. But I had one camera at that time in my bedroom window. It was supposed to be turned around outside, but it was like this. It kind of looked like R2D2. It was like round at the top and it had this big eye and it would just spin 360, And so it was supposed to be looking outside in my yard, but I was over on the other side of the room and I was changing clothes and never paid attention until I am like right there, right dead center in the middle of changing from one outfit to another, if you know what I mean. And I saw that dang camera. It was turned around and it was pointed at me. And I'm like, at what point did I tell you to turn around and look this direction? So, I mean, I immediately, because it would send every snapshot to my phone immediately. And so I get on my phone and I delete, delete, delete. And yes, there I am, like doing something like this, something crazy, you know. what there's an expression in the South, how do they say it? Naked as a plucked bird. There you go. And I was like, I was horrified. I deleted the app. I deleted the pictures. I deleted every trace of it off my phone. I'm like, oh my God, I hope this never resurfaces, somewhere. Maybe I got it instantly because I realized in the middle of it, look, not doing that again. Like I am now very paranoid about being watched, okay? But I would never have thought about a Roomba either. Um, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. Low light. Okay. I've seen you talk about some of that stuff on, I don't know, maybe it was X, and I really don't know that much about it. Very interesting. Um, let's see. Let me go back to here. Sunday Soapbox. Hello. I think you could get that six apart pretty easily for the battery. Hmm. I don't know. Look, the first thing I did with that camera is I unplugged it. I unplugged it. And I'm like, no more. No more will you sit in my window, you little demon. You you little demon. Uh anyway, we all secretly have Roomba OF accounts and don't even know it. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Do we? Well, I don't have a Roomba. But hopefully my camera um didn't immediately send that somewhere. I don't know, especially when I unplugged and deleted the app. I want to tell you something. If it's out there, nobody tell me. I don't want to know. Okay, just don't tell me. No desire to know that. Um, that's the audition for OF. Um, okay, okay. All right. So I thought I'd throw that one in there. A little bit of comic relief, right? Just so you know, Roomba is watching you and sharing your pictures. But it makes me wonder, what don't we know about? Okay. If Roomba is taking pictures and the only way that somebody found out is their pictures were on Facebook, what if they didn't, like, what other devices are looking at us? Do y'all have, things like smart toasters or whatever kind of smart stuff there is? I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't think I do. I mean, I don't want my appliances to be too smart. Be smart enough to do the job, but not too smart. Like I don't want any genius appliances around me. But my TV's smart, but like I said, I stay out of the infrared part when I change clothes. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But look, new fears unleashed. There you go. So now, if you're on your lunch break and you're listening to this, when you go back into the water cooler, bring it up and let them know, hey, your Roomba's taking naked pictures, putting them on Facebook. Better watch. I mean, have y'all ever? Um, ooh, your TV randomly just comes on and it's a smart TV. The screen will be black but on. You know what? I don't know if mine does that. And I'm usually listening to thunderstorms or something at night on YouTube, and my TV is like directly pointed at my bed. So, technically there's not like there's nothing to see. Okay. There's nothing to see except me snoring and drooling, which might be entertaining for some. Um, but there's nothing going on that I would be embarrassed about except for, maybe my hairdo. But I I have noticed that there were a few times I woke up in the middle of the night and my TV was off and that red light was on, and I thought, "Well, we just had a power glitch or so." I don't know. See, now you're scaring me. Now you're scaring me. My God, what is my TV doing? Y'all, I'm just saying. I'm almost back to the point of like, let's have one of those old TVs. Like maybe it shouldn't be smart. What do y'all think? I don't know. Um, let's see. All right. I understand, Sunflower Soul. About your poodle and toddler. Yeah, it's the cat for me. Like, uh, yeah, it's the cat. If she could talk. Um, Emerald, have you ever tried sleeping to green noise? I have tried all the different color noises at one time or another. Uh, Very interesting. Um, and I've even tried ASMR to sleep. Now I just either listen to storms or spooky stories because for some reason that relaxes me. I don't know. I'm maybe a little disturbed. All right, let's go back to X. I just wanted to throw that one in there for you. All right. I am going to talk about stuff that's not Delphi. I wanted probably one day this week. Definitely going to talk about Nashville. Buckeye, if you hang with me. Um, okay, they're talking about the crime scenes. I love this. I know you've seen it, but that footnote that the defense did. Perfect. The court might want to consider whether to hold Mr. McClelland in direct criminal contempt for publicly filing crime scene photographs the court ordered sealed at Mr. McClelland's own request. Yeah, y'all remember that? So basically, they're saying, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Basically, those phone pictures are part of the crime scene. All right. This is really a topic for a whole nother day because I don't want to hold y'all too long. But I'll probably get into this. Maybe we'll get into this tomorrow or the next day. We're talking about Doge. We're talking about all of the money. The money. Follow the money. And we will go deep into this. If you haven't seen, I'm sure you've seen on social media everybody going wild about this whole stuff. Just gonna leave this here, and I think I'm gonna end it fairly soon. Um, but people that are fighting against Elon Musk, okay, this does make perfect sense. You own a store, your store gets robbed. Elon looks at the video footage of the robbery and tells you who did it. Now you want to arrest Elon. You're an idiot. I mean, basically. Have y'all, let me get back to the comments. Have y'all been watching how many billions and trillions of dollars are going to ridiculous stuff? How many people over the age of 150 years old were getting Social Security? All right. So maybe I'll start with that tomorrow. I don't know. But if you're not following that, like, oh my God, it's sickening, where your money's going. There's so many things that can be disturbing these days, and I've been talking for an hour, and we only scratched the surface. So maybe we'll do this tomorrow again at lunchtime. What about that? Let's see what y'all are saying. Okay. All right. I know we spent most of the time talking about Delphi, just catching up, and y'all know it's never ending, the never ending saga. Do y'all feel like? Let me ask you just this before I go. Do you feel like more hopeful now? Um, because I know we were pretty devastated when the verdict came down. And then we knew the only thing that we could do was, the appellate court, and that could be years and all this kind of stuff. Do y'all feel like any spark of hope from these latest uh things that have come out? I mean, I think I do. I mean, I was never hopeless because I always believed that Richard Allen would win on appeal. It's just keeping him alive and, you know, him being there well, he was in Westville and now he's in Pendleton. So hopefully, from what I've heard, and I could be wrong, but what I've heard is that Pendleton is a much older facility, which means his conditions are probably not that good. However, it's safer, I guess, than Westville. He's away from the others. So hopefully that's good. Hey Gloria. Um, oh my gosh, Ninja Warrior. Oh my gosh, bless your heart. Hey, I hate that it's aggressive. I know I used to work oncology. Um, there was a lot of good treatments. I'll tell you, I can't say I'm already on probation. Go look at go look at treatments, okay? Get on X and go down the rabbit hole because at this point if it is aggressive, um I know if it were me, I'd be willing to try anything. Um and I can't really say any more than that. But always there are at least that's one of those cancers that is it has a good prognosis, even if you don't like all the steps that you have to go through. It depends on what stage. I am so sorry to hear that. Um, just all I can tell you is like really look, search out, maybe follow. I don't know. Just research, okay? I'm sorry. Look, we love and appreciate you, Ninja Warrior, and you let me know how you're doing, okay? All right. There's um there's things that are not allowed in this country that other countries do. Maybe not allowed is not the right word, but not promoted. So I would check down every rabbit hole if it were me. Hold on. Oh God. Um okay. All right. Sunflower. I feel like Andy Baldwin summed it up perfectly when he said he has doubts, but he has to believe in the good of people. I wish I had Andy Baldwin's hopefulness. I don't believe in the good of people when it comes to maybe the current system, and the way that it's been allowed to behave. Do I believe in individual people and the good of them? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, I'm not that optimistic. Um, just me. Hello there. Yes, thank you, Cindy. I can't, y'all. This is one of the reasons I'm on probation. Um, Cindy, you are correct. There are also other things. Sherry Faye, I know that's what you are trying to say too. I know it's like code right now. Um, I do have one video on Rumble Ninja and I don't know what I went into, but it's the one. It's the one that got me on probation. And I mentioned a few things, okay, and maybe that would be a good place to start looking down the rabbit hole. Um, okay, Just Me says yes, more hopeful, but will take FBI to crack the blue line and wondering how many other sentences will be overturned. Um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've said too much. Let me just say, disclaimer: if I disappear from here, I'm on my other channel, Spooky Southern Tea, also on Rumble, on X, on Facebook. So you never know. Getting so tired. Honestly, getting so tired of this. Um, and that's why that's a big reason I'm taking a step back and spending more time with family because, how to say this nicely, I don't like a dictatorship. Don't like overlords, especially when they're not truthful. So there you go. I hope that Cash Patel will crack that blue line. Just me. I hope. Um, yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for y'all in the chat for dropping some stuff. Yes, I'm glad you have great faith, Ninja. That is all. That is very, very important. Very, very important. If you are a praying person, please extend out and pray for Ninja Warrior because this is tough to deal with. Even if it's something that you can beat, it's a tough place to walk in. Okay, extra love, extra hugs. Thank you, Life with Shannon. Prayers for Ninja. Absolutely. Yeah, just me. Amazingly enough, Delphi police chief was just fired for being untruthful on the stand in another case. Like, well, can we go back for years and years? I mean, come on. I- if at this point, I believe that not just Carroll County, but some of the surrounding ones, and I don't even know. I mean, I'm sure it happens in Alabama as well. We had to, fire everybody who was untruthful in court that was law enforcement. Well, we'd have a crisis because we wouldn't have enough people in law enforcement. And kudos to those people who are genuine, dedicated, upright, uh, you know, honest, because it is law enforcement is a very hard job. And I respect very much the honest people in the whole justice system. It's just like, they're hard to come by, right? Um, it's like a good watermelon in the summer. They're hard to come by. You got to know what to look for. Uh, aw, aw. Thank you, Ninja Warrior. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Hey, I don't know if you follow me on Rumble, but that's one of the things that I'm gonna be doing a video on, and why I'm not gonna do as many lives. Because there are things that people need to know. And that's one of them. I've got a whole list of stuff that might help you. Just consider, okay? Uh, yes. You have a good day too, y'all. Yes, I agree. It's hard to keep hope for Carroll County justice. Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. Do y'all want to talk about the? There's so much to talk about that's going on in the world. And the thing that, okay, remember this though, because I know the one last thing I'm going to say before I go. Look at all these planes. Okay, we just think about what has happened. December, January, we had the fog, we had the fires, we had the drones, now we have planes just falling, flipping over, hitting each other, craziness. And what you have to what you have to remember is that when you see a lot of crazy headlines and you see craziness going on, understand if it's coming from mainstream media, it is not that it's not true. I'm not saying these things aren't happening, but is it a red herring? Because it probably is. So when you see all this kind of stuff that's very like, oh my God, like the fog, the drones, what is going on? Okay, what else is going on? Right? What else is going on? Because there's probably stuff you really, really need to know that's just under the surface. So y'all don't quit digging. Y'all don't quit looking. Find alternative places to find stuff. All right. All right. I love you all so much. I am going to let you go for today. I'm going to probably come back tomorrow and maybe talk about some of the insane things your government is spending uh, your tax dollars on. And of course, it's always open for Delphi discussion. Who knows what's going to happen between now and then? Because you know, Delphi's just it's a dumpster fire. So, all right, have a great day. I will see you later, and stay safe out there. Stay warm and cozy. It's terrible. Whatever you do, just stay silky. Bye bye.